Guys, got some kick-ass projects coming down the pike here. This Mako's getting a full frame-up resto. As you can see, this is a side-mount carburetor on this thing for a square barrel Mako. Very, very rare piece. You just don't see these anymore. This one's undergoing a full metamorphosis with a little stinger pipe. That thing's gonna be nasty. Got an old BSA 250. Got a Carmichael era KX 250. Almost done. The CB554, and this piece right here, this is really, really rare. This is an early first generation laid down shocks factory Husqvarna prototype bike. I've been working on this thing on and off for about a year. Some of the parts had to be fabricated for it, like the peg mounts. As you can see, this frame is a factory prototype with no serial numbers on it. Super, super rare. NOS gas tank we have for it here. Brand new XL rims. This thing's gonna be a work of art when it's done. Just started it for the first time the other day. Sounds nasty. Everything's brand new in the motor. Stay tuned for this one. We've got an S&S super stock drag race, big cubic inch. I think it's a 124 in a soft tail frame chopper coming down the pike, and this is a little bit more our speed here. Look at this Rokon automatic. Absolutely freaking kick-ass bike. Look at the cast mags on these. 340cc, a two-stroke, wide open power. Here's an early Penton before they went with the KTM motors. There's a SOX motor on this, early 70s International 6-Day Trials weapon. What do you got here, Billy? Look at this thing. Wow.
Yep, it's 71 OSA TT 250.
My God, this thing is beautiful.
Yeah, it's mint.
Wow, it looks brand new. 71 OSA TT 250. Love the colors, the orange and gold and white. Wow, look at the pipe on this thing too. Looks brand new. Have you ridden it yet? No? Haven't had a chance to fire it up? Today? Today's a big day.
Compression, check the spark, it's mint. Just going through the carburetor.
What a beauty. What do we have over here? This is a rare piece. This is a Yankee twin cylinder 500cc two-stroke. You can see the two exhaust pipes right there. We had the exhaust system off the bike the other day. I really wish we took a picture of it because it was the coolest looking thing. It's a one-piece 2 and a 2. And when looking at the exhaust off the bike, it looks something that's on a like I don't know, like really modern, but it's a 70s two-stroke twin cylinder. I believe they're OSA 250 cylinders. Is that correct? OSA?
Yes.
OSA 250 cylinders with a crank that can be set up to operate individually, fire individually, or fire simultaneously. It could be pinned either way. So the legend has it. I've only heard one run once, this one, but if you look closely, this is an absolutely stunning museum piece, and we will probably do we'll definitely do a full featured video on this once the mechanic gets done with the Super Tune on it. Over here we got a Buell Thunderbolt. I bought one of these brand new from Harry at TSI. Same exact motorcycle in red. This has a 1200cc Evolution powered Buell Sportster motor. So if you look, the engine cases look just like a Harley engine case. This is serial number 151, very low serial number, but they had special heads on them, special uniplanar rubber mounted chassis points. This one has a super chap just like mine had it, except for I had the open end cap, and they handle like a freaking dream. They handle absolutely amazing. I had a Ducati at the same point in my life, and I had the same point I had this, and in some ways the Buell was better, in some ways the Ducati was better at 135 miles an hour plus. I think the Buell was better under 100 miles an hour. I don't know if it was the engineering behind it, but Erik Buell is one of the best motorcycle engineers to walk the earth in the last century, and he somehow turned a Harley Davidson engine into a high-performance sport bike, which is trying to make a Clydesdale into a Greyhound, and he did it. Just remarkable. And this guy was crazy enough to pilot one to the land world speed record, which is completely freaking insane when you consider how short the wheelbase is on this thing. Yours was a 1340cc, right?
It's 1250.
Oh, 1250? It was a 1250 class?
It was in the 1350 class, but it was a 1250cc.
And you went 189 miles an hour, is that correct, or something like that?
201,998 was the final.
201 miles an hour on a bike this long is that had to be, were you scared? There wasn't a ton. After, hey, let me ask you. Afterwards, when you're done, did you have a moment where your hands were shaking and were like, "That was fucking crazy"?
No.
No.
Now you can wait to go do it again.
Yeah, that's sick. Because every time I go really fast on a bike, sometimes I'll get off and I'll be like, "Jesus, I could have, something. If anything went wrong at that speed, shit happens fast." But that's pretty remarkable. Someday we'll have to do a video with you, interview you on your journey to that and your completion of that. Guys, this one's been behind the scenes for a while here. This will be the first press on this. This is an 89 CR500 that the Wizard, Kyle Jr., everybody got involved on what we're gonna do with this bike and the motor and everything. And the Wizard did a full frame up. This is the second 89 he built like this. The first one was for Junior, but starting with the frame was powder coated. The front end has is that the Emig triple clamps on this, or is that another?
Yeah, those are Emig triple clamps.
Emig triple clamps, the Olin's.
Oh no, wait a minute, those are not Emig triple clamps. They were fitted for
Custom triple clamps.
Yep.
Olin's forks, XL rim with Buchanan spokes. I'll get to the engine in a second, but this one's not ready for prime time. It's still under construction, hasn't been through detail. But when this is done, this will be one of Wizard's finer 500s. This one has the Millar Race Engineering billet engine block and crank. This engine cost us $8,800 just to build this motor, including the 500 engine that we sent to Adam Millar. That's for everything: the pipe, the intake, the carb, the crank. The engine cases alone were $1,800. The crank was $800. A lot of money. This has the twerp porting, the special porting that Adam builds. This is a Millar Race Engineering masterpiece, this motor right here, and I'm really excited. They're very low vibration because he balances the crank, and with the special porting he does, you get torque and power everywhere. And this will be, Chrissy's been working on the graphics for a couple days. She's got into it, and the graphics package is going to be off the hook. What's the scoop with the shock on it?
Now, Junior's got an Olin's ordered for it from Europe, and we're waiting on the Olin's.
So we have a brand new Olin's coming for
brand new
too?
Olin's to match the forks.
Freaking
And,
awesome.
all I got to do is front brakes, and Dean's going to do the seat. We got a beautiful seat cover for it.
Oh, nice. Then you got to give it the Wizard tune once it's
Yeah, all I got to do is jet it and take it for a rip.
freaking awesome. You've already pulled a bunch of dyno runs on this motor previously, right?
Oh, in Junior's bike.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, so we got the dyno reports on it and everything. The motor's tested and ready to go. When do you think this one will be ready for prime time?
I'm going to get the seat back and do the front brakes, and I'll be ready to rip. It won't be cosmetically done, but
Yeah, that's the last thing we do is the cosmetics,
I'm
right?
going to steal the seat from Dean because he's not going to be ready to do it for a day or two. So I'm going to use the seat
Cool.
so I can ride it.
Well, now this is guys, you might have seen this frame in the background for the last couple of years. This is one that we've just been so freaking busy, we never got around to it.
Yeah.
But this is a very, 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 very special piece. It's a 92 CR500 chassis that was obviously taken down and freshly powder coated, and the suspension was sent to factory connection and completely redone. Everything's new on the suspension, inside and out. This is the same suspension I have in my race bike. It's about, well, maybe $5,000 less doing the factory connection setup versus going with the Olin's, because you don't have to change the triple clamps and you're not buying a new shock, you're paying for factory connection. But the engine on this one,
It's got a lot of trick stuff.
yeah,
I put a billet Hinson basket in it also.
billet Hinson basket.
And billet cases. Those are glass cases too.
Guys, if you're interested in one of these bikes, give us a call at 860-454-7024. It's been getting to the point that some of the bikes like this, before they even make it to market, are pre-sold. This one's not pre-sold. This is the first video we've done of these bikes, but it's exciting to see them come together. And I know it was, we got the aluminum subframe on this.
Subframe.
We actually have an aluminum tank with twin ram air on
But
it.
Junior is going to sell it separately.
Oh, yes?
Yeah, I was going to put it on there.
I kind of want to use it on one of these bikes. I'd almost like to put it on that one, because that's such a this.
The 89. Oh, actually,
yeah.
that's the one it goes to.
What? It was made in the UK. It's a twin ram air, which has two round pipes basically that come from down here and ram air the air right into the. It's freaking awesome. Yeah, just fantastic. Special pegs. I think we should do that. I think we should sell this tank to somebody else and put the aluminum tank on
I
here.
mentioned it yesterday.
Just go get it and put it on there.
I mentioned it yesterday. He had it upstairs, so
Yeah.
I know he might have already listed it.
Oh, that's okay. Yeah. We paid quite a bit of money for that tank, and
Yeah,
it's
a lot.
been in stock for a
Handmade
while.
in Europe, and we had to wait for it too.
I was looking for the right bike to put it on. If we have Olin's kit front and rear with aluminum block, this is worthy of the aluminum tank for sure.
Yeah, positively. That's why I wanted to put it on.
Well, stay tuned, guys. We got a lot of cool products coming out of the Wizards lair here, and some really cool vintage European bikes, American bikes, Japanese bikes.
The golden boot.
This is the golden boot. This has started more
My
big bore
strip
two-strokes.
design, the golden boot,
This
my
is-
wizard hats.
This has started more big bore two-strokes have been resurrected from a decade plus slumber by the golden boot, haven't they?
I will retire it someday.
Yeah, this will never be, the golden boot will never be sold. It'll be housed in the museum or on display, or maybe you pass it down to your son, you know?
Yeah.
Leave it in your will to Shane, you know? The golden boot.
The golden boot.
It's resurrected a lot of big bore 500s.
Thank God for that starting machine.
Yeah, we do have a starting machine because we're all getting kind of old. In
great.
fact, Jeff is out because he injured his foot, right? He told
Yeah,
me
he's healed. He's healed.
the manic mechanic is out sick because he effed his heel up kickstarting a bike, but we have a gas-powered starter. It's outside, isn't it?
No, it's right there. Yeah.
This thing right here. It's gasoline-powered Briggs & Stratton 208cc starter with a roller. So when you're resurrecting a big bore four-stroke or two-stroke that's a little persnickety to start until you get it tuned right, this is the ultimate way. We got that
I
from
love that machine.
Bino.
I really do.
We can thank Bino Robai, the founder of the Antique Heritage Racing Motorcycle Association himself. He's 79 years old, still racing. He said he would not be racing. He couldn't start his Norton
with that, yeah.
or his BSA, high-powered
The
Norton.
thing's amazing.
He has twin knee replacements, twin hip replacements, twin shoulder replacements, and he has discs in his back. He's like the bionic man, and he's still racing at 79 years old on a Norton 750. He's a real deal.
Yeah.
But that piece right there extended his racing career. He said his knees couldn't handle starting the high compression Norton or
I
BSA.
wouldn't even bother if they're tough to start now. I just put it right on the machine, they fire right off. It's
So
awesome.
guys, stay tuned. We're today, Wizard, myself, and I'm not sure who else, but we're going to be riding the Makos, the 490s, and the Mako 700s. So stay tuned. Got some great shit coming your way. Thanks for watching. God bless America.